There would be days like I would get home from dance practice and that'll be probably 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And then I would work on videos for at least like 3 hours. And then it's like 5 by then and I have work at 7. So it's like,
oh my God.
Yeah, so I did that for 3 years straight. Yo, what's up? My name's Rob and welcome to my green room.
Hey Rob, so tell me, how would you describe your YouTube channel in a few words?
My YouTube channel probably would have to be comedy,
Okay.
music,
Okay.
sketch.
That's awesome. So this is your current place in LA. How long have you been here for?
Yeah, so I've been here for about 2 months. Brand new to the scene. Just quit my full-time job.
I see that you write music. How long ago did you start YouTube? Where did this all start?
Yeah, so I started about 6 years ago. I was homeschooled at the time because I was doing auditions for commercials and print and things like that. So my school wasn't too happy about that.
For acting?
For acting,
Oh
yeah.
wow, okay,
Yes.
so with acting.
Yeah, acting. So I was able to book a couple gigs here and there, little movie scenes and TV shows and stuff like that.
Okay, flex.
A slight flex, child flex, but yeah, my school really didn't like that, so I was homeschooled for a cool amount of time, and I had no friends, and I wanted to make my family laugh, so I just started making YouTube videos for fun, and didn't really know that it'll lead up to where it's at now. So
How many subscribers do you have currently?
currently, I have about 760.
Let's go! Hey, this is your notebook. What do you use that for?
Yeah, so these are my notebooks, and I think I do things a little bit differently than other creators, or I don't know a lot of people that do this, but I like to write stuff and have hard copies of all my work. Like this one I just filled up with just over the past year of just all my video ideas and
Wait,
every
so you
video
script
I've done.
everything, or is it just ideas?
So these are ideas and scripted because I do a lot of sketch comedy on my channel.
Okay.
So a lot of that's there. Music stuff I write here. So now I'm on to the new one, working on some new stuff. But yeah, I just like having a hard copy of things because I feel like I'm a very nostalgic guy. So in the future, I want to be able to show my family and my kids yo, this is what I did. And who knows, I feel like if you have a piece of Einstein math equation on hard copy, that's worth a lot, right? So this is I feel like this is very valuable to me, and I really like looking back at all my ideas and concepts and stuff.
Yeah, tell me more. What is your creative process?
So how it works for me is I do a lot of observing and researching, I guess, on YouTube and anything. I get inspiration from anything and everything. So once I think of something, I'll write it down in the notebook and then conceptualize. I'll show you guys my room.
Oh yeah, sure. Wait, actually, before you go to your room,
Okay.
This is your kitchen. What do you eat?
Like I said, I just moved out here, so I was not used to cooking and stuff.
Oh.
I live with my family and they were cooking for me and stuff. I don't have a lot of stuff. I have 2 roommates, so we have a lot of different things in here, but gotta have the almond milk.
Oh yes, chocolate?
Chocolate.
Hey.
I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't have any cheese or anything. So I love hot sauces.
Yes, so
You got
much.
this.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm with you on this. All right.
Yeah. So that's boom. Do some cooking. I gotta do the dishes, but don't mind that.
All right, let's go to your room.
Let's go to my room over here. So this is where I film a lot of my videos because I do a lot of bedroom scenes and just in general. I have this white backdrop here. I like to call it a backdrop, but it's just a curtain. I use this for one of my recent videos. I did an iPhone parody and it worked perfectly right there. But right here is where the magic happens.
After you write some ideas down, you film it, you go edit here. What do you use to edit?
Yep, I use Final Cut Pro.
Okay.
And a lot of people dog me for using it, but for me it works. And I've been using it for 6 years. Right now is just, I'm working on a video that is gonna be up in the next couple days. Little sneak peek. That's that. If I don't wanna work here, because sometimes I don't like working in my room because I correlate it with sleep. So that's why I have my handy dandy laptop here that I'll bring outside and edit or go to a different room or something.
What advice would you give to a beginning editor, or maybe yourself when you first got started editing videos?
Yeah, I think the #1 advice would be to never give up. There's been instances where I would tell friends hey, you should edit, or they're interested in editing or making videos, and they'd quit after a month because it's too hard or they can't think of anything. But that's the whole joy of making YouTube videos, because you can do whatever you want, and it just takes time, because over time you'll get better, and that goes along with anything. I was not at the level when I first started as I am now, but like I said, it takes time, it's a process, and just gotta have fun with it.
When you first started, would you ever expect anything to happen to the way it did today?
Not at all.
What was your first video to go viral, you'd say?
Yeah, so when I first started making videos, like I said, I didn't know that money was involved. I didn't even know what subscribe meant. I just put subscribe. I legit put subscribe in my videos, not even knowing what it meant. Like, I legit did that just because I watched YouTube so much. Like I said, I was homeschooled, and then senior year I went to public high school, and I still did videos there. A lot of people made fun of me, but I loved doing it, so I kept making videos. I gathered a group of friends one time, and we did a video called When the Beat Drops in Public. That was the first video to hit 1 million views.
Wow.
And I wouldn't say it was viral, but it took a time to get that many views. But for me, that was huge, and that just sparked me to make even more content.
Got it. Do people know you still use GarageBand to
No, people don't know.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, I can show you like the
Okay, show us the secrets.
So I just started doing like music stuff, and it started off as a joke.
Really?
Here's the thing. On YouTube, I learned so much over the years.
Yeah.
And especially about my content and myself and what I really enjoy making. So when I first started, I would make any sort of content. Vlogs, lifestyle, fashion, challenges. And I enjoyed doing them, but I think now I really found the path that I truly am passionate about.
Which is music?
I enjoy, which is not just music, but music ties in with what I like to do now. So I made a video a couple years ago called, or last year, I don't even know, if Kids Bop did rap. And that kind of put me in a different path that I really enjoyed. And I think I found my place on YouTube. So from there, I wanted to start making different content that correlates and ties in with that same concept. So I started making music.
Show us your project.
A lot of people flame me.
They flame you for Final Cut, now they flame you for GarageBand.
For GarageBand, but I'm like, hey, it works.
It does.
And I'm not like a professional, and I tried opening these Logic Pro and all these different apps, but it's too complicated for me. So I'm just going with the basic, easy on the eye GarageBand.
Can you play what you have here? Is there anything that you can get a sneak peek?
Oh, wow, actually, yeah. So this is a sneak peek. I don't know when I'm gonna release this. Probably very soon, but I think it's gonna be a banger video. Hopefully viral. That's what I was going for this one. Okay. So this one's called TikTok the Movie. Official trailer. So it's gonna be like a parody trailer on TikTok and kind of playing on like the whole cringy e-boy type stuff.
Yes.
But just imagine, listen and imagine it being a cinematic trailer. You ready?
Oh.
They say to shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. But what if there are no stars? I guess you just have to become one.
It's one of the most popular social media apps out there. Loved by...
That's all you guys get.
Where did you get this audio? Wow, this is so good. Did you have your friend record that?
And that's just on GarageBand. And this, and the audio I just record right here on my handy dandy mic.
That's it?
Plug it into this thing, that plugs into this thing, and then I just say things, and it sounds good.
Where do you get the original track, like the bass of it?
So this I found on YouTube. Like I was trying to find
Really?
just a copyright-free epic trailer suspenseful music.
Way.
Yeah, so I like working on different projects like that because it's like a little bit out of like what I'm doing, but it's still creatively fulfilling for me.
Wow.
So I'm very excited for that one, and it's gonna take some time, but hey, that's just something that's in the works.
Yeah, let's go back outside. I have a few more questions for you, Rob. Having multiple brands and like balancing things, how has that been like in regards to making videos on top of like launching a clothing brand?
So before I moved out here 2 months ago, I worked a full-time job for 3 years, and that was 8 hours a day. So I didn't really have time to focus on much more than just a little bit of the time that I had for YouTube. Because I had full-time work, and I also directed a dance team. Like my life was crazy, and I don't know how I did it, but I always made time for YouTube, and I always made time to grow this thing that I was very passionate about, and that in the future I knew I wanted to scale up and build up.
But how did you do that? A lot of people that watches the green room, right? They always say like, I balance school and work. How do you like really delegate time? Like, did you just sleep less? Like, what had to give, or what did you do?
Yeah, so I sacrificed a lot of sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There would be days where I didn't sleep at all, and there would be days like I would get home from dance practice, and that'll be probably 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And then I would work on videos for at least like 3 hours, and then it's like, what is it, 5 by then, and I have work at 7. So it's like,
oh my God.
Yeah, so I did that for 3 years straight. And a lot of people don't believe me, but that's what I did. And sometimes I didn't even sleep. I just went straight from YouTube, then straight to work. And then I would clock out for lunch and write videos. When I did that for 3 years straight, that's when I was able to quit and then do this full time now, so.
I guess it paid off. That's good.
It definitely paid off. And, you know, and that's what I tell people, like, if you really want something, like,
sleep less.
make time for it. You know, always make time for it.
So is that the shirt you have that you made?
Yeah, so now I have more time now that I don't sleep for only 1 hour. I get to now wake up and write videos and work on videos, and also have time for other things like creating a clothing line, which is just launched. It's called Friday Night, and I'm very excited. It keeps me, you know, busy and excited to keep creating stuff and pushing stuff out there.
What is one thing that not too many people know about you?
The thing is with me, I'm trying to create more of a personal, friendly interaction with my audience, because right now I do a lot of content where it's like skit based and character based. So I find it hard for me to really make that connection with my audience. So I'm working on that right now. But I think a lot of people, what they don't know about me is I'm a dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
A lot of people didn't know about that. Another thing, I used to act and stuff. I used to be like in the industry of like being in commercials and things like that.
Were your parents ever supportive or not supportive about YouTube and stuff like that?
Yes. I mean, I think I can say that because when I first started, I felt like YouTube wasn't at the place where it's at now.
Yeah.
So like 6 years ago, and you were on the platforms like 6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't the same as it is now, and people looked at it differently. So when I was making videos back then, my family didn't understand like what YouTube was, and to be honest, I didn't either. I just
you didn't know
like,
what subscribe was. So
I didn't even know what subscribe
here?
meant. I didn't know you could make money. I didn't know you could grow an audience. I didn't know you could grow a business. So when I first started making videos and talking to myself in my room with the camera, that my family was just kind of confused and didn't really understand, like, why is he doing that? Now it's definitely more accepted in society, and my family is definitely more understanding of it after the 6 years of me constantly creating videos. Like I never stopped.
Yeah.
So over time, you know, they really understood what I was doing, and they saw my passion and my dedication, and you know that I was driven for this. So over time, they became more accepting of it, and now they fully support me, and they can't wait for my next upload.
What advice would you give to someone in your shoes, maybe 6 years ago?
Yeah, I would say, you know, life now is so different. There's so many different ways and routes you can go in life to make money and to have a career. And back then, like our parents didn't have these opportunities that we have now with all the apps and the social media and the influence that you can have. You know, at the end of the day, it's your life. And, you know, as much as I love my parents, I made sure I respected them and did everything that they wanted me to do, but also I made time to do what I wanted to do as well. So I still went to school and did all this. I guess I dropped out of college.
Hey.
I signed a leave of absence 2 years in because I was going to class just writing video ideas and only thinking about that.
That's awesome.
And I knew that wasn't right, like for school. and I know it's not meant for everybody. So I really took that year off. I took 2 years off of school. That was the signing contract I did with the school. And then after those 2 years, I didn't go back because I couldn't see myself doing that. Like I was just so passionate and driven and already far enough, I guess, to try to pursue this because I didn't want to regret it, you know, in the future.
Did you ask for permission to drop, or did you just kind of listen to your gut and did what was right for you?
I talked to my parents before, and I kind of joked about it in the beginning, like, I'm gonna drop out. Like, I'm gonna drop out of school.
That's a good way to tease it.
Yeah, I like teased it. Like, I'm joking, but not really. When the time felt right, I ended up just going to the office by myself, and I said, hey, can I get a leave of absence? Da, 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 da. Boom. Within a day, I didn't go back. And like, I didn't tell my friends. I didn't tell nobody.
Oh, wow.
I told my family though, just my parents and stuff. I didn't tell my friends nothing. So that was like a leap of faith type of thing. And I considered that like a new chapter in my life. And then I was like, okay, I'm dedicating full time all the way to YouTube. But it wasn't full time because I was still involved with work and with dance and extracurricular things. So I just knew I wanted to make more time to make more videos, basically.
That's awesome.
So now this is another chapter in my life where I like now don't have anything else, no other obligations or commitments other than creating content.
Creativity in the beginning was that fun passion. Now that there's almost a layer of pressure, do you feel like it dilutes the work you do, or do you somehow make it okay and like, you know what, I actually love it more because I get paid to be doing things that are creative?
I now, and this is funny because I find myself now that I'm here not getting too comfortable, but I felt like I had so much pressure of all this. Oh, I have to go to practice and I have to do this. So I always made sure I had this certain amount of time to make videos. Now that this is all I'm doing, it's like I now have to make my own routine and my own schedule and
freedom, man.
And freedom. And I'm still getting used to that right now. That's why it's like I can't really give you a proper answer for that. I'm still getting used to it and learning day by day as I go. But I do gotta say that I'm blessed to be doing this and like making money for doing something that I'm very passionate about, and that's I don't consider it a job. Like, this is fun for me.
Okay, that's good.
And I make sure to, you know, chill out and have that free time and get out and not worry about the videos, because I know what burnout is and I've seen people go through it. And
I'm surprised you haven't been through it yet.
I am shocked. But I like to keep things low stress. I try not to look at the numbers and stuff.
Yeah, like, so what do you do when a video is not performing low, but like not going as well? Do you just, it sounds like you have time with your friends, or like what do you do to combat that?
Yeah, when the videos aren't going as well and things are like, the numbers aren't looking as like I would like them to, I kind of have to remember like where I came from and the journey that I signed up for, and you know where I'm at now. When I first started making videos, I got excited when I hit 100 views.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
And that feeling was so awesome. Like I could remember that feeling for the rest of my life. Now, if I were to get 100 views, I would look at it like, oh, I just got 100 views. But I can't look at it like that,
Yeah.
you know?
Wow.
I just have to appreciate everything and know that it's a process. And if this one doesn't do well, okay, I look back, that didn't work on this video, I didn't like that, maybe I could change this, and I will go on to the next. I don't really like to dwell on things in the past.
Wow.
So yeah, I just like to just keep pushing. Keep pushing. If it doesn't stick, something will stick, you know?
Awesome, Rob. I'm gonna be headed out to our next interview. Thanks so much for having us.
The green room, thank you so much. This was fun. Thanks for having me.
Can you walk me out?
Yep, let's go.
All right, Rob, what's your plan for the rest of the day? Tell us what your guys.
Rest of the day, I gotta edit a lot today and then probably film something. But other than that, probably eat.
Oh yeah, cook?
I'm practicing, okay? I'm watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay, so.
All right, bye Rob.
Bye,
Have a good
thank you so
one.
much. See ya.